Another really interesting place to visit, which is different to anywhere else, is Santorini. Hi, I'm Jan Obridge, I'm the Cruise Queen. Santorini is a must visit because it is really different to everywhere else. Santorini is a little island, a Greek island, but you can't actually sail right into it because it's a volcanic rock. In fact, it still has a live volcano there, so it's just this rock in the middle of nowhere. It's very small, you can drive it, and it has an airport, so it's not as little as all that. There's a couple of major towns on Santorini, but when you arrive by cruise ship, you have to tender to get across there. You can't dock anywhere near it. So you tender to go across to Santorini. When you get there, there's a few little touristy shops right there when you get off your tender. But quite honestly, there's really nothing at sea level. You're not seeing Santorini. It's just like, get off here and buy some stuff. To get to the top, you've got three options. You can walk. Not me. It's a long way. Some people do, and I admire them for it, but not me. A long, long way out. Then you can get a donkey. And, I wouldn't mind that, but I do feel sorry for the donkeys. They're up and down there all day, and it is a long way. And carrying, heavy people up and down all day. So I do feel a bit sorry for them. But then there's the cable car. The cable car is expensive. I think it's expensive. They've got you, haven't they? You can't get there without going up the cable car unless you want to pay for a donkey or walk. So going up the cable car costs you money. It's probably about, I can't remember, it's about €6 each way. So it's not a return. So each way you've got to pay to go up, and you've got to pay to come down again. So you line up, get on the cable car, it takes you up to actually the town that you can wander around. It's lovely. It's beautiful. It's old. It's these cobbled streets and little tiny shops, and it's beautiful, and all the buildings are white with blue roofs, and it's very stunning. It's very, very picturesque. But it's twice as expensive as Athens. It's because, of course, everything has to be brought in. So tourist things, anything you can buy on Santorini, you will pay less for in Corfu, right? Or Katakalon, or any of the other islands, pretty much, apart from Mykonos, which is also quite expensive. But usually tourist stuff is quite expensive. So Santorini is not cheap. Even going for a glass of wine, you'll find that comparatively, like I said, they say it's twice as expensive as Athens. So a meal, we had lunch there with our friends, and yeah, it was quite an expensive lunch, comparatively expensive. It was fine. It was very nice sitting out there in the sun, overlooking the sea, able to see the ship from where we were. Stunning views. I mean, it's just amazing. And it's a great wedding venue. They do a lot of weddings on Santorini. There's a big rock that juts out over the sea, and we were talking to some people, and they said that's where we got married. We stood up there and got married. So great places for pictures. I mean, just beautiful. But you can drive if you want to go outside of the town and drive to the other town, but for the most part you walk. You just get off the ship, go up to the top of the cable car, walk around, and then go back to the cable car. So lovely, lots of little places you can go. Another thing on Santorini, of course, is very typical of a lot of Greek places, but more especially in a place like Santorini. And maybe it's not something delicate to talk about, or too delicate to talk about, but don't flush paper down the loo. I mean, in England, which is used to it, right? But in a lot of Mediterranean places and on Santorini and places like that especially, you do not flush paper down the loo. You put it in a waste bin. And to us that sounds really gross, but that's what they do, because otherwise you're liable to block their plumbing. I don't know why in the 21st century they haven't quite figured out how to get flushable loos yet that work, but they haven't. So don't do it. Be very careful with your loo roll. Okay. So Santorini is in the Aegean Sea. It's got a very low crime rate. Where are they going to go? So not much to worry about in Santorini. If they're going to try and escape, if they do something, they've got to get down the cable car, which will cost them €6. So yeah, definitely visit. Have a glass of wine, as I said, and lunch, but be prepared to pay for it. But definitely worth a visit. Certainly once. We've been lots of times now, and every time we say it's so expensive, but we still go and we still pay for a glass of wine. But it is lovely. So enjoy Santorini, and a lot of people do stay there. It has an airport, and you can fly there and stay there and visit both of the towns and see how the people live. But on a cruise ship, you're not going to have time to see a great deal. They do trips off the ship, but not many. So hope this has been of interest to you. If it has, please hit subscribe, the notification bell, and give me the thumbs up, like, simple. And I'm Jan Obridge, I'm the Cruise Queen. I'll see you soon. Have a great day.